like that. It's not so much the comeback you guys had to get back in it right there, but it was the couple mistakes there at the end that really stood out with in particular the offensive rebound and the turnover.
Well, I think I'm right. I mean, I would say I would look at it like, we gave up the fast break three off a turnover, which obviously you can't do late. But I think we gave up 9 points on offensive rebounds in the last like 7 minutes of the game. I think. I mean, there were two at around, I don't know, 6 minutes, 5 minutes. But I thought that, we had better defensive possessions, particularly in the third quarter. But we got some stops there in the fourth. We got to get the ball. So I think they had 9 second chance points, which to me, that's the game, and yeah.
I know you didn't watch the film at all, but I think when it was 115, or the three that Joe hit at the top of the key there, with a minute left, was there just some confusion there?
No, I mean, we could have done a different coverage. Look, it's the beauty of a guy like Holmgren. Like you're not used to doing, except for Jokic, and I don't even know if Jokic would be as good as him. Now you have a center handling the ball and basically a point guard, off guard screening for him. You don't do that. I mean, the only other guy that could possibly do it would probably be Jokic, right? So it's not a coverage that you do. I mean, we've probably done 3 times in whatever games we've played. So, I mean, he made a good play, and Isaiah Joe's a good shooter, and he made the shot. But as much as anything, I don't even think the coverage was all that terrible. It's again, that's with exceptional players, they bring different challenges to the game, and that's just not. It doesn't happen very often, and also it's hard.
With Trey, Vasa, and DB, and Alec tonight, what can you say about what they did against the real team to kind of come in?
Oh, they all did a good job. I mean, offensively, we played really well, except for the turnovers. I mean, we've been playing better and better. A big part of it, frankly, is playing smaller. We're 5 out. When we have Grant out there at the 5, we're a totally different offensive team. It's just like, what we haven't been able to do. Again, these teams are really good, but our defense, well, I shouldn't say that. Our defense against Portland was like the second best defensive game we've played all year. So, but, these teams are, you could tell even tonight, they're playing without some guys, but, they were on it. This was a big game, just like Orlando. These games are big games for these teams.
Coach, can we talk about, I guess, throwing chat a lot of different looks where you go small with Grant, you go big with Nick, and trying to power, keep trying to have to, I guess, juggle both of those matchups?
I mean, it's to be honest with you, I mean, going big with, our defense is the same. It's not hard for our guys. I mean, and they don't change lineups because, it's so, to be honest, it's not like a chess match. This isn't like, our defense for the most part has been just as good when we play small as when we play big. So there's not, what it does is we're a lot harder to guard. Our defense doesn't change much at all.
Just out of curiosity, Coach, in a game like this, where you play well against a really good team, but like you said, there were those fundamental things at the end. What is your message at the end to the guys?
No, same thing. I mean, like, I make sure I tell them before I watch. I will say before I watch the film, because you're not going to know. But I brought up the fast break 3. That can't happen late in the game. And the second chance points, because, the detailed stuff we can get into, tomorrow or, whenever. But, like, those are effort areas that you're not going to win big games consistently. And, and I also thought in the second half, we played with much more intensity than we did in the first half. The first quarter, we were good until we broke the lineup. We had got off to a decent start, but they were on it early. I mean, they were flying around the court at both ends. And second half, I thought we got a lot better, like more guys playing well. Look, let's face it, the rebounding thing's been our biggest problem all year at the defensive end. It's just crushed us. I mean, even early in the year, you go back to I was looking at some stuff yesterday. The first 10 games of the year, we were 9th in offense, but our defense was bad, and the number one weakness was defensive rebounding. And that's with everybody. You know, well, Miles didn't play then. You know, he makes a difference, but you know, you can't. It's a bad, bad weakness to have. You know, and tonight's a great example of that. Good.